Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me again. Today, for something completely different, I'm going to be showing you how I make French onion soup. Now, we might call it French onion soup, but the French wouldn't. The French actually call it soupe de l'oignon gratiné. Now, to make French onion soup, you need a container to cook the onions in. Ideal is a Dutch oven. However, I don't have one here today, but the main thing you need is a pot of some description with a very, very solid sort of bottom. If it's too thin, you'll just end up burning the onions. First of all, we start by putting the pot on medium heat, and we need to put in about 60 grams of butter, which I'm trying to do with one hand. Pardon me for that, but unfortunately I don't have three hands. Secondly, many recommend that a dash of olive oil can be a good thing too, which I'm just adding now. Next, we chop up some onions fairly finely. All up, I've used 5 onions for this soup that I'm making today. Now I'm going to put this into the hot olive oil and butter. Now the object is not to fry the onions, but it's to caramelize them, which means we need to cook them slowly. This is going to take easily 40 minutes. After these onions are finished caramelizing, I'm going to add some garlic, some salt and some pepper. Now I'm a bit of a garlic minimalist, so I'll be adding only a fraction of a clove of garlic, but I've heard of people adding up to 4 cloves, which I think is extreme. Also adding about 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt, but because I like pepper, I'll be fairly liberal with the pepper that I sprinkle. Okay, we've reached the 40-minute mark, and certainly the onions are showing early signs of caramelization, but they're still not quite ready yet. I'm predicting this may very well go through to the 50-minute mark or even a 55-minute mark. I'll see how it goes. And we're up to the 50-minute mark and still counting. Ladies and gentlemen, our onions are pretty much caramelized at the moment. They're looking rather brown, they're becoming very sloppy. Soon I'm just going to be adding the garlic, the salt and the pepper, then I'll add the beef stock. First I'm adding the garlic and the salt. I'll need to turn this camera off to completely do it. Gentlemen, I've just added some garlic, salt and pepper. Now to add the beef stock. Some experts even recommend adding a cup of wine, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm pouring in a cup of Marie Gabrielle 2010. Also recommended is a cup of water. Now what we're going to do is turn the heat up, which I've already done. This has to be brought to the boil, then we keep it on simmer for approximately 1 hour. As we can see, our French onion soup is starting to bubble and boil just a little bit now, so what we're going to do is put a lid over that and let it to simmer covered for about 1 hour. Ladies and gentlemen, our French onion soup is now ready. Now we have to take some of the soup, and what we do here is pour it into a bowl. Then we start placing the croutons in the soup. This will fit about 3 croutons. Like that. Give each one of them a little push. So they're floating in the soup. Now I put some Gruyere cheese on it. I've got about 4 slices there. And I sprinkle some extra grated cheese on. This is the Emmental cheese. And that should be plenty. Then we place the bowl underneath what passes for a griller in this apartment. It's like an advanced microwave I've got with a grilling facility. The cheese is now grilling. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it. French onion soup. It's the French onion soup with the croutons and the melted cheese on it. That's the traditional presentation for this particular soup. I hope you give it a go, and I hope you really enjoy it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. And believe me, when you're working alone with no production team, it's not easy. For now, I'm going to enjoy my French onion soup and my glass of red wine. Bon appetit!